Hey there, everybody. Welcome into the Thursday episode here of the Payoff Pitch. I'm, of course, Jason, and he's the Hockey Squirrel. We're excited to talk some baseball with you guys and guide you through today's slate there. How's it going there, Squirrel? And our opening inning quick hits, what's on your mind today?
What was just on my mind is I need to invest in some baseball caps here. I know I'm the hockey squirrel, but man, yeah, I need to get a couple Twins caps or something. But yeah, man, decent day for me yesterday anyway. We've been talking about this amongst ourselves, you and me, but and it's kind of funny, but kind of not. It's the fact that I feel like I'm really cursed when it comes to overtime or extra innings. I swear to God, man, it doesn't matter if it's hockey and OT, if it's a shootout, if it's extra innings yesterday with the Astros, taking the loss. And I still had a winning day with that, even paying the juice and whatnot. Had a great start to the day with, the Mets and the Red Sox absolutely running up the score, but they both kind of almost started to want to blow it. I mean, 9 runs for the Red Sox, and they gave up, ended up giving up 7 and let the Tigers load the bases. It was kind of a scary ordeal there, but either way, like you said yesterday, the bank account shows a win. So
It's wins a win, but yeah, we joke around that maybe you should just take 9 inning bets and don't worry about any extra innings. You'll be able to get a little more value because extra innings doesn't treat you well. As for my opening thoughts on today, boy, I thought today was a little bit of a weird day. It's gonna maybe as we go through this show, maybe listeners will be like, why is he so unprepared? Like, God normally knows his stuff. I'm prepared as I normally am, but boy, if you looked at the slate and you kind of had the same kind of feelings like me, there wasn't a lot appealing and appetizing. Okay, you're in the same boat with me, but we'll still guide you through it. And then we're going to do something different at the end. We're going to do a little rapid fire at the very end and talk every single game. So make sure you stay till the very end for a rapid fire. Let's go ahead and kick it off in the second inning. We'll do it around the bases. We'll each take a couple of games and break them down and give you a bet as along the way. So what's a game that you want to talk off with there?
Talk off with. I'll go with the Seattle Mariners with Logan Gilbert. I remember him actually being pretty disgusting and in a good way last year. And again, some of these guys we still haven't really seen a lot of, or maybe we've seen one game. By next week, I think, we'll be around that 10-game mark where I'm going to start hopping into the data, building some models and whatnot. But for now, we're looking at Jimmy Lambert and the White Sox against Logan Gilbert and the Mariners, and you get a price of minus 110 for this. Now, Jimmy Lambert is somebody who's taking over Lucas Giolito's spot. And he's got something going on with his abdomen. They expect him to only miss a game or two, but still, when this should be Giolito and it's somebody that has only had, I think, 15 innings pitched, he's going to be on a limited count today and probably won't go very deep in the game, but you could probably take advantage of this. So I do have a question for you. The first 5 innings on this game is minus 110 as far as I can tell, and the full game money line is minus 110 as well. So to negate dealing with the bullpen for the Chicago White Sox after Lambert comes out, do you think it's valuable to try to hop on a first 5 here and take advantage with Logan Gilbert giving some advantage on the mound?
Yeah, my initial thought on that was that if Lambert has a short outing, you're essentially getting a bullpen game all day long, essentially from those White Sox. And then,
Right.
man, I just think that's tricky. Like if you only see a pitcher for an inning, maybe an inning plus, it could be hard for the Mariners bats to catch on to any pitcher, right? Maybe by the time they think they know what's
Right.
coming, here's going to be a new guy that's going to enter the mound. So tough slope. I think you could lean either way. I would maybe, because I think it could be a bullpen game, maybe cover yourself and give yourself all 9 innings to do the job.
Sure. So I'll go ahead and grab the money line. That's 50% of bets, 72% of money. Sharp action is on the Mariners there to open the day as well. So I do like Logan Gilbert, and for the 110 price, if you see it differently, I don't think it's bad necessarily to grab the first 5 innings either. It's the same price. It's just which way do you want to go with it? I will go ahead and probably do the full game money line then on that one, minus 110.
I will actually say, along with Chris Flexen, Logan Gilbert was a guy that had a nice F5 record last season. I can't wait. You mentioned 10 days. I can't wait to that 10, 14 days so we can crunch numbers and see some trends because
Definitely.
Flexen, Gilbert, Casey Mize was a guy that we wrote a lot last season that was successful S5 money line pitcher. So, yeah, Gilbert maybe be able to get the job done. But you're going to go ahead and lean that full game money line there?
Yeah. Yep. At -110, that will be what I do for that game.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go ahead and kick things off here in the second inning with the Phillies and Marlins. And kind of like how I said off the top, I didn't really like a lot of this slate today. I kind of got some different bets for people today. How about Alcantara over 2.5 earned runs at +120? You're not going to hear that on any other show today. I can guarantee you, I've already seen what's out there on social media. People are taking the unders. They're taking the NRFI in this game. Give me Alcantara over 2.5 earned runs at +120. Faced this Phillies team last season, would have gotten 2 cashes in those 4 starts. And in those 2, gave up 4 runs, 3 runs. And then the other 2, he gave up 0 runs and 2 runs. But what I also like about this is the Phillies homered in 2 of those 4 games. The Phillies, they got some good averages against Alcantara. Harper hits .391 against Alcantara. Segura's .333. Castellanos, obviously the new bat in that lineup, has really stretched it and made that lineup nice and deep. He's got a .333 career average off Alcantara. And the Phillies offense is coming off to a nice start so far this season. 12th in average, 12th in on-base percentage, 7th in slugging, and 8th in on-base plus slugging. And you see with the Marlins here with Alcantara too, they kind of give him a longer leash. We know he only went 5 innings in that first start against the Giants, but speaking more on his 2021 season, he got a longer leash, right? He's their ace, he's their workhorse. They want to get wins when he's on the mound, so they let him go maybe a touch longer. So give me this Phillies offense that's had success against him. They're having a nice season. They've roughed him up in 2 of the 4 starts last season. At that plus money, I'll go ahead and take Alcantara over 2.5 earned runs at +120. What's another game you want to break down here?
I will go ahead and look at the Cubs and the Rockies, where there's some weirdness, I think, a little bit in the line, which is about the only thing that scares me in this game. We talked about Kyle Freeland, I think, last week, or you did. I didn't yet, but you were saying that that's Colorado's guy anyway, and I know you took a pitcher prop on that, and I think you cashed as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I gave it out as a lean, but the people hit me up on Twitter. Cashed second inning, maybe third inning at the most.
Awesome, very nice. Yeah, and they're 4-1 already in their record. They're at home. And do you happen to remember last year? I know they were excellent at home. Were they really good against one-handedness of left or right? Do you happen to remember, or not off the top of your head?
They just had like a solid offense. They weren't strong on either side.
Okay, and so you get a home game here anyway with a high total, which most totals are very high at Coors Field anyway because of obviously the altitude and wind factors especially. But I'm seeing -120, which I feel like is pretty decent for a home team in Colorado, where they played very, very well. And we'll see again if that continues. I think obviously a little too early to try to be predicting any long-term trends here for this year. But with Kyle Freeland on the mound too, I do like it. Not that the Cubs have really been horrible as of yet anyway, but man, I don't know. It's just the thing that does kind of freak me out a little bit is I think I saw the game open at -155 and has fallen backwards to -120 for the Rockies. So something to kind of pay attention to, something to, maybe see, is something up? Is somebody out of the game or something like that? I don't know, I guess, why it fell like that.
Could also be these Cubs fans. Boy, you don't have to buy some public money. They're a huge public team. I remember before sports betting became legal here in the United States, there was always the most future bets on like the Cubs, the White Sox, the Bulls. I mean, you named these Chicago teams. All these people just flock to Vegas, get in their future bets. These Chicagoans, boy, they back their teams, and they're, big boy city, obviously, here in the country. So a lot of teams gravitate towards them. I think it's just a public team. Cubs are off to a good start. I'm with you, though. I would take the Rockies. Steele's off to he's not a good pitcher. His command is really erratic. He can really rack up some walks, and obviously, because you got some thumpers there, and Blackman and Bryant that can push some runs across. I like your Rockies picks. I wouldn't be worried about any line movement there. I think that's a nice solid play there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't have a second inning, I do have. I don't have another game in the second inning, I should say. Again, I did not love this card today, and I'm not going to sit there and force action. So let's go ahead and move it over to the third inning. It's called Shut Up and Pitch. Let's give these people a couple of pitching props. I'll go ahead and kick it off here first. And I saw just before I jumped on Twitter, I'm against the prop bet guy on this one. He took the under in this one. I'm taking the over. I'm taking JT Brubaker over 4.5 Ks at plus 110. His K per 9 has gotten better over the last couple seasons. It was at 9.1 in 2020. It's now up to 9.3 in 2021. The Nationals have the third most strikeouts in all the major leagues, getting one every 3.6 plate appearances. And versus right-handed pitching, they have the most strikeouts against right-handed pitching, so like that. And obviously missed the season opener against the Cardinals, but hey, the Nationals have the most strikeouts. Well, the Cardinals have the least amount of strikeouts. And then since July of 2021, I like to use that benchmark because that's the sticky stuff. A, you get a large sample size, but B, don't know who and who not is using the sticky stuff. This bet would have cashed 8 out of 10 times, and the 2 losses would have been on the hook. So you'd have been right there in those 2 losses. So, all right, I'll go ahead and take my chance against a guy that can get some strikeouts and a team that can, as obviously so far this season, got the most in the majors against right-handed pitching. So give me JT Brubaker over 4.5 Ks at plus money as one of my pitching props today.
For sure. So yeah, I know we normally talk about roughly 2 games in our second inning. I'm going to drop a third game down that it does relate to the pitchers at least, and it's a full game total. Normally when a game total is extremely low, it's going to make people want to take the over, right? Especially with good teams, and we're looking at the Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. The total is 7.5, but you're getting Charlie Morton and Joe Musgrove. And, man, I just feel like, and the money distribution, all that stuff, it's all on the under as well. Whether it's, again, at Coors Field where you set a line of 11.5 runs and people go, man, that's a lot of runs. And the public opinion is to think under. You set 7.5 for really good teams like the Atlanta Braves, and people go, man, well, so-and-so Ozzie Albies and Travis d'Arnaud and all these, they're going to crush it, and it's going to go way over 7.5. It just seems too low. I think I would take the under 7.5 with all supporting evidence and those pitchers. So, pitchers obviously being a big part of that bet. So I guess, it's not really a prop per se, but I would take the under there. I do have some pitching props, though, that I will fire off real quick. I really like Walker Buehler, and I think I gave out over 4.5 last week on something against somebody, and he ended up getting 5. He did cash it. Today we're looking at over 5.5 for Walker Buehler at home in LA against the Cincinnati Reds. And on paper, I think this team looks better than the start that they've gotten off to, and they've been striking out a lot more than I would have thought they would have, especially with guys like India, Tommy Pham, Votto, Moustakas, Kyle Farmer even, Jake Fraley, a new addition as well. I love Walker Buehler, though. I think he's absolutely sick. So I don't know. I looked at, could this go over? Could this go under? I think I'm going to go ahead and take it over 5.5. At plus 100, just even money there for me. And do you have another one? Or?
Yeah, I gave out one over. Let's go ahead and do an under now. Let's do Casey Mize there of the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to go ahead and do under 3.5 Ks, and that's at even money. This cashed in the season opener. He was only able to pitch 5 innings, and he only got 2 strikeouts against those White Sox. If we want to compare the White Sox to today's opponent against the Royals and maybe see if there's a comp, well, the White Sox are getting a strikeout every 5.8 plate appearances. The Royals are also every 5.8 plate appearances. So we got a match right there. And again, he only got 2 Ks against the White Sox. And if you want to look at this guy since that sticky stuff back in July of 2021, this bet would have cashed 9 times. You would have lost 5 times by the hook. and you would have lost one time when he got 6 strikeouts, kind of a blowout, so to speak, right there. Faced those Royals 5 times last season, got 3 cashes in those 5 times. So I think at plus money, this seems to be pretty fair. The numbers suggest you'll be right around 3 or 4 strikeouts. So a 50-50 bet at plus money, I'll go ahead and take Casey Mize under 3.5 Ks. I like this Royals offense too. We've backed them a lot last season on their team totals. I know they've kind of scuffed here a little bit in the early season. This is a pitcher that they're going to be familiar with in the division, having faced him a lot. All right, Casey Mize under 3.5 Ks at even money.
Are you sure?
Casey Mize? I'm about as sure as I can get.
3.5. And so here's the thing, right? As I was just telling you, it seems too low. And I guess I was just telling you this about the game total. Is this another one of those spots where it seems like we should be taking the over? Casey Mize, among one of my favorite guys. I really do like him. What would the juice be for the over 3.5?
There's like minus 120-ish or something.
I'll go head to head with you on that. I'll say Casey Mize gets over 3.5.
You think Casey Mize go over? Okay, I like that. You got him going over, and I got him under. I'll look it up right quick. It's got to scroll too far. Let's just keep moving. I'll come back to it here. All right, so you like him over. I like him under. He's going under, folks. Take the under. Follow the winning bets. Let's go ahead now, move over to long shots. We got some long shots that are going to go ahead and win today. I'm going to give out a different one. And I should mention, people hit me up on Twitter and say, man, you've been doing good with your long shots. Why aren't you actually betting them when you reveal your official bets? Just so everybody knows, I'm actually betting every single underdog this season. I'm just blindly betting them. So that's why I'm not putting them in my official bets, because I'm already betting them. But the ones, if I wasn't doing that experiment, I would be betting my long shot. So I'm not going to give the Blue Jays today. I feel like I've given them enough. They've been kicking the Yankees' butt, but I feel like they'll still kick the butt. But I just want to do a different one today. How can you not back those Cardinals against the Brewers today at plus 120? What are the Cardinals doing at plus 120? You got Wainwright on the mound versus Woodruff. There's no big advantage right there for Woodruff. I mean, when Wainwright, he's not flashy. He's not throwing mid to upper 90s anymore. But, boy, he's just got solid command, that nice veteran. He can go toe-to-toe with Woodruff here, no problems. You do know, offensive-wise, the Cardinals have obviously had a much better start. I mean, significantly better start. Go look at the stats. You'll have to scroll down to see the Brewers, and then the Cardinals are up on top. That's the big discrepancy you currently have right now in these two offenses. The only worry would be is if, the Brewers have a lead late, you're not going to touch Hader and you're not going to touch Williams if you get into that Brewers bullpen and Williams and Hader come out. So, but hopefully that doesn't happen. I think the Cardinals can pull off an upset at plus 120. So that'll be my long shot of the day. What about for you?
Yeah, there's been a couple teams that to me have been quite the letdown, and so far through their 6 games, the Brewers have been one of them for sure for me. I mean, there's really not a lot of spots on the board, I think, for a lot of underdog value. There aren't a lot of huge underdogs anyway today, but one that I did see at plus money at least was, once again, the Toronto Blue Jays against the New York Yankees. And I think, have the Blue Jays already won 2? Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't understand how the Blue Jays are the dogs again.
And now you have the new addition of Kevin Gausman from the Giants, I believe. I thought he was excellent. I always liked him. And then you have the return again of Severino, and he did pitch, and it seemed like he did well, at least in his first game back. But still, I think Gausman's a tough guy to hit for sure. And again, we've already been talking about, if they're not getting contact on the ball, it's a heavy strikeout team in the Yankees. For plus money, once again, I think I would lean to take the Toronto Blue Jays here.
I agree. I said it whenever I gave it one day. They're going to have more wins than that team. They're so evenly matched. Like it. All right, so that's your long shot. Let's keep it all now to 5th inning. We'll call it Keep Swinging, where we'll give these guys some batter props. Nothing I fell too in love with, but I do have some spots circled that maybe I'll go ahead and do a parlay later. Andrew McCutchen has great success off of Wainwright, and a big sample size too, right? In 71 career at-bats, he's been able to get 20 hits for a 282 opponent batting average. Maybe a player I'll look to parlay him with will be maybe Wendell there of the Marlins or Aaron Judge there of the New York Yankees. Judge has nice success up against Gosman, 8 for 17. And Wendell there, the Marlins got nice success off Gibson going 5 for 15. But nothing else I really fell in love in terms of the batting props today. Anything for you?
Yeah, I got two of them. So I have Miguel Cabrera against Zach Greinke. Seen him a lot, and with Cabrera obviously being a veteran hitter at this point, a very veteran hitter, then not that he's got like a ton of hits on the amount of at bats. I'm seeing like 37 at bats, so I mean he's seeing Greinke a lot. 11 hits and some strikeouts to go along with that. But we do expect Cabrera to be one of those types of guys that goes deep on this team. And, to get a hit, simply, we're looking at like minus 240 or something. And once again, like Pete Alonso yesterday, which I thought was a great pick. And I even talked about him possibly getting the homer, which he did. And I think maybe even two he might have got in that same game. But if he happens to go deep, you're going to cash the over 1.5 total bases. If he gets 2 singles, yada, yada. So that's plus 130 for him to get 2 bases in the game against Greinke, who he's already seen a lot. I don't mind that. And then going the other way with something is going to be George Springer of the Toronto Blue Jays, who has seen Severino 20 times, or he's had 20 at-bats, and he's got 1 hit. He's tons of strikeouts and whatnot. So yeah. I looked at George Springer to just...
I looked at that too, and then I said, oh my God, it's a Blue Jay, and I got so nervous because that offense is so good. But you're right. The numbers just scream he should struggle. But boy, I have a hard time fading anybody in that Blue Jays lineup.
Yeah, for sure, man. And so again, you kind of weigh out like, how much juice do I really want to pay for this? And so again, I think this will be the first time I do this. I'm just going to say he won't even get a hit at all, and that's plus 155.
Love that.
There you go.
He struggled minorly. He struggled minorly against Severino. I liked your numbers. Let's see if he can't cash up plus 155. All right, let's give these people a steal where I believe we've got the same steal. We obviously talked before the show. What are the Angels doing at minus 140? We were trying to talk about that before the show. Ohtani's on the mound. Okay, Rangers offense isn't, like it was last season. It's certainly better, but Angels shouldn't be at minus 140. You would think with the public money coming in back in Ohtani, that would be higher. So
absolutely.
That stuck out.
Yeah, I mean, the way that the books set lines, you just kind of look at the matchups on any given day, and then you open up the book and see if what you kind of generally ballparked for a number would be close to what the books have. And to me, this one wasn't. I opened the book expecting to see a much larger line anyway on the LA Angels, especially with Ohtani. I don't think Texas is really very good. Obviously, they're off to a 1-4 start. Dane Dunning, I guess. I don't know. I don't really see it, but I would take the Angels at minus 140 before backing the Rangers for sure.
Yeah.
So I think a little too low. It's still juice, but a little too low, I think, on that.
Yeah, we both agree completely on that. That one's a flat-out steal. All right, 7th inning, coming to a stretch. We got to give these people our best bet of the day. Should I kick it off? I've already seen my best bet roll through the comments, by the way. I'll kick it off.
Go ahead, man.
Hunter is on my best bet. He rolled through earlier. Tigers, Royals, over 8.5 runs, folks. That's going to be the best bet on the board. Go ahead and snag over 8.5 runs. And that Tigers versus Royals game. Love a division matchup when we talk about going for an over, right? Love that familiarity. So that'll breed in there. Casey Mize, while we did back him a ton last season in that F5, not seeing him having a ton of success up against his Royals offense today. And Zach Greinke, okay, coming off a nice start, season opener. You were at home. You came back to the fans, and you had a good outing. Not expecting that. I mean, if you just look at his numbers, his whip has gotten worse each season. His ERA has gotten worse. Opponent's batting average, his K per 9 is declining. I just think he was feeling it on opening day behind that home crowd. I'm not expecting him to reproduce that success. Then we want to move it over to the bullpens for these two teams. Opponent's batting average, they rank 30th and 28th. Whip, they rank 30th and 23rd. ERA, they rank 30th and 17th. And then K per 9, they rank 30th and 10th. So some bullpens that can definitely get hit. They're not going to be blowing anything by you. They're going to be able to put the bat on the balls. Offensive wise, okay, maybe they're scuffing a little bit, but boy, I know you've touched on that Tigers lineup a lot. I agree with you when you mention those names. Those Royals, boy, just look at that lineup. They've got the names right there. They're going to wake up any day. I think against Casey Mize and that weak Tigers bullpen, that's a day for them to get it done. So best bet of the day is going to be Tigers, Royals, over 8.5 runs. What about for you?
I'm going to go ahead and grab the Mariners on that full game money line and say that that's my best bet. Game kicks off 1 o'clock Central Time. Logan Gilbert against Jimmy Lambert. So I think you're getting an excellent advantage in the start of that game nonetheless. Just depends how far Jimmy Lambert's going to go into that game. But if it should have been Giolito, let's be honest, for a kid that's got 15 innings, I don't think he's probably going to last very long. But if they can take advantage of him at the beginning there, I love the sharp action coming in on it, the distribution being about 50% of the tickets and 72% of the money is what I'm seeing currently. I don't think that the Mariners are a pushover by any means, but that's just something I really like. And I think about the first thing I really gravitated towards this morning when I opened up the books and whatnot. So
I like it. I think that Mariners team is surprising people. I got a nice future bet on their win total over on the season, a little personal bet right there. I think they're going to surprise some people. So like it right there. All right, 8th inning. We try and guide the people through sportsbooks promos. I didn't see anything. Can we just skip this inning? Did you see anything?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, we got a fun closer anyway, so let's do that.
All right, yeah, we're going to do a closer. Closer, like I said, we're going to do it different going forward nowadays. All right, let's give these people our bets. I'll go ahead and run through mine first. Tigers, Royals, folks, over 8.5 runs. Best bet of the day on that entire board. You can go ahead and book that one. Casey Mize under 3.5 Ks. Boy, Hockey Squirrel is going to be unhappy when he stays under 3.5 at even money. JT Brubaker over 4.5 Ks at plus 110. And Al Contreras over 2.5 runs at plus 120. Again, I didn't love today's board, but looking to put some money in people's pockets with those 4 winners. What about for you?
So obviously I talked about the best bet. And really it's kind of up to you. It's minus 110 either way for the first 5 if you think he's going to take advantage of that new starter on the White Sox. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and grab the full game money line. Hopefully we don't get to extra innings there. the Rockies money line minus 120, and the only worry there being that the line has dropped from that minus 150. Not really sure what's going on there, but nevertheless, Rockies at home is something I do like. And I will go ahead and hop on that Braves and Padres under 7.5 with Charlie Morton and Joe Musgrove to keep the game under in that one in San Diego. So,
all right, folks, those are our best bets. We're going to include something different, like I said, every day going forward. Now, we'll just call it rapid fire, get you, or whatever you want to call it. We are just going to run through all the games. We'll just off the top of our head give you a winner for every game, or maybe we like the over and under for that game, what have you. So we'll kick it off here. We got Athletics Rays. We got an over under of 8. Irving's on the mound versus Fleming. Give me that Athletics plus 1.5 actually run line at minus 115. What about for you?
Same bet as yesterday for me. Yep, plus 1.5. I do like it. They won outright, but with Josh Fleming, I don't think that's super strong for minus 220. I would absolutely grab that run line.
All right, for Mariners, White Sox, we got an over-under of 9. I'm going to take that under 9. I think if the White Sox roll out a bullpen-heavy game, I just love it when you just don't see a pitcher for that long and then the next guy's in. So I like under 9 runs as Mariners, White Sox. What about for you?
Mariners.
Yeah, you're already on the Mariners. Mm-hmm. All right, Cardinals, Brewers. Boy, I like the Cardinals money line. What about for you for that game? Over under 8.
I'm not a big totals player, so I guess I'll take the plus 120. Brewers have been a letdown to me so far.
Nationals, Pirates. You're getting this game over under at 9. Man, that starting pitcher there for the Nationals, he's a dud. 8 on there. Give me Pirates at minus 130.
Pirates minus 130, and I don't trust the over because I don't trust either team to really do much offensively. I think, again, Nationals have been a letdown compared to what they should be on paper. Those guys should be hitting the ball, and they're just not.
Phillies versus Marlins, popular game I've been seeing on Twitter, NRFIs and what have you. They got an over-under at 8. Phillies are at even money. I'm not going to take the ace there in Al Contreras. Give me the Phillies at even money. Way better offense. I'll take that better offense all day long. Maybe they can wake up against a bullpen if they need to. Phillies.
Under 8? for me, I guess. I don't
Under.
really have an actual pick in the game, but I like both pitchers. So
Blue Jays, Yankees, we got an over-under of 8.5. I'll go ahead and take the under in that game. Look, Severino can certainly get the job done. We know Gossman, good pitcher there coming over from the Giants. So I'll take the under 8.5 in Blue Jays, Yankees.
I'll go Blue Jays plus 120. Now they were plus 110. Yeah, they got up to plus 120 now.
Yeah, they literally just jumped as I was scrolling through. Angels, Rangers. We're both on the Angels. We'll just go ahead and skip that game because you can get it under minus 150. Braves, Padres. You're on the under. Hard not to like the under. Yep. Both of them are juiced at minus 110. Man, I don't know. Flip a coin. Braves. I go Braves. Tigers, Royals over 8.5 runs. You got a better bet than over 8.5 runs in that game?
I think it just got wiped off the board for me. I don't have any odds on that game right now.
Okay. I got a DraftKings that even dropped down to minus 105, so a little bit better price while we were sitting here.
Okay. What's the money line on the Royals?
Royals are minus 130. Tigers are plus 110.
Oh, Royals at home. Yeah, I'll take it.
Royals at home for you. We got Cubs, Rockies. I'm with you. Let's go ahead and take those Rockies. No need to mess with the total. Just take the better team in the Rockies. Reds, and then the last one here is Reds, Dodgers. Over under 8.5. Two really good offenses. Reds haven't woken up, obviously, but I still think they've got the players that get the job done. Two good starters. Man.
I'll say Dodgers win by 2.
I was gonna say Reds plus 1.5 at minus 105. So I'll take the Reds.
I'll go against you. I'll take Dodgers minus 1.5 then on their run line. I say they win by 2 or more.
Okay, that's how we'll do it, guys, here on the Thursday edition. Those are, of course, our official bets on the screen, and then we just ran through that entire slate, just giving you the thoughts off the top of our head. It's Thursday, guys. We hope you cash all your bets. Wish you guys good luck, and we'll see everyone back here tomorrow on the Payoff Pitch. Excellent comments today. Hit that like button on your way out, and let's do it.